Everything that I'm saying is intentional. When I was asked if me and Diddy had sex, and I said, not to my recollection, that's intentional. So your reaction is what I want you to have. I am manipulating everybody here because I understand, number one, psychology, number two, the English language, and I'm a genius and you can ever forget it.
This is a person that is desperate to be relevant, desperate to be seen by any means necessary. Family, when I tell you that we about to have some fun here in this conversation, trust me, all right? Because I would never lead you guys astray, all right? Now, will Corinne, the Superhead Steffens, please step to the front of the congregation? We need to have a couple of words with you. Now, before we get started into this ridiculous ass content here today, guys, the last time that we talked about Mrs. the Superhead was a couple of weeks ago, okay? She went and did a Piers Morgan interview. This is back during the Diddy trial, and because she had certain dealings with the diddler, Piers Morgan asked her for a interview. Dug her and her whole past up from the graveyard to reintroduce a completely new generation to the Superhead tactics.
Did you actually have any kind of sexual relationship with Diddy at all?
No, Diddy and I did not. No, well, not to my knowledge.
So, what do you mean by that?
What?
Not to my knowledge. I don't. Honestly, I'm questioning a lot of things right now.
This video that I did, let me actually click down up in here because the title, Superhead gets embarrassed by Piers Morgan's after
That
defending
tells us something.
Cassie. Now, it was an embarrassment of an interview. The title of the video was about DJ Vlad and Tony Busby. They didn't even reference the Superhead stuff in there, but it's within the same content. Now, it was so bad because it was boring as shit. And really the only interesting part, as what is always interesting if interviewing a young lady like Superhead, is what men have been inside of you, because she's written books about this in the past. And really, that's the only way that we know her. If it wasn't for the books that she's written, extracting the power from these men through utilization of her Venus flytrap-like insides, she would just be another girl that Mr. Marcus splashed all over. Nevertheless, thanks to my community, they pointed me in a direction of her on a podcast speaking about her time here up on Piers Morgan. And little did I know that she was 4D chess moving the pieces on the chessboard, and we fell directly into her crummy little hands. Apparently, let's review the content. Now, the content comes from the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast. I have never heard of this, but I will continue to promote these women-focused podcasts because it gives us immeasurable amount of content to dissect the bullshit that exists within the modern dating culture today. But the feminism world boss right here, Corinne, and the other young ladies here are having a conversation about communication, being a good orator. And you won't believe what Corinne says. Let's get after it.
Like, they know the way you need to hear it. They know the pronunciation of the words that you need to say it in a certain way. They know the cadence of the conversation.
This is important context.
Believe it. That's why even as a public speaker, there's a what you get trained in order to understand how to speak and tap into someone's psyche. When you're a salesperson, you know what words to say, how many times to say it.
Shut up real quick. In case you guys don't see it, behind the lovely young lady's head on the left here, there's a book over here that says Jokes to Offend Men. All right. I will always, again, these feminist-based podcasts, I'm going to link them down in the description box down below. Guys, let's get their views up, all right? We need more of this content. You know what I mean? It's important.
How to pronounce, put enunciations on certain words. Even when I was doing Home Shopping Network and I got all this coaching, it was like, say this, like really tap in, like now bring your voice down.
And then influxes in your voice.
Come in, bring them in. And it's like subtle. It's very subtle. And it's a beautiful skill to have. You have it.
I do have it.
Yeah, you do.
I use it often.
You have it.
That's why I'm kind of, yes, I had media training during Confessions, and honestly, as an orator and just as a studier of oration and as a reader.
Studier of oration is crazy when your name is Superhead. Nevertheless, let's keep going. As a reader,
understand words, the power of words, and how to use words to make people feel what I want them to feel.
And hook them.
So it's important to me for people to understand that if you hate me, I wanted you to hate me. You're doing what I want you to do. You're not going against the grain. You're not bothering me. I want you to do that because I make money off that. I am now relevant, and also the visceral reaction. So visceral meaning whether you're one way or the other, it doesn't matter. I need you to have a visceral reaction.
Okay.
In order for me to tickle that visceral reaction inside of you, I have to use certain words in a certain way at a certain time. And that is the genius of a wordsmith. So everyone is doing exactly what I want them to do, how I want them to do it, when I want them to do it, because I control them and they don't control me. So then that goes back to what we talked about earlier. And no matter how people feel, I'm still in control. You think that you're controlling me by your opinion, but your opinion is based on what I said, when I said it, how I said it, where I said it, when I said it, because everything I do is on purpose, with purpose. So therefore, when I did Pierce Morgan, I haven't said anything. I've been off social for almost a year. That was intentional. Then I waited till the decision from the court to be able to come out and now start talking. That's intentional. So now your reactions, everything that I'm saying is intentional. When I was asked if me and Diddy had sex and I said, not to my recollection, that's intentional. So your reaction is what I want you to have. I am manipulating everybody here because I understand, number one, psychology, number two, the English language, and I'm a genius. And if you ever forget it.
Period. Amen.
Mic drop.
I'm hooked.
No, nobody's going to challenge her on this at all, right? Now, before we get to my official comments regarding this, I think that it's clear to just take a snapshot in time and just recognize who she is. And it's actually kind of sad if you look at the psychopathy of this, right? This is a person that is desperate to be relevant, desperate to be seen by any means necessary. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now. And generally it stems from a combination of a couple of different places. Usually it's a lust for money. It is a greed. And when you participate in sex work at such a young age, and she's written in her book about getting pimped by like her ex-boyfriend or some shit like that, the only way that she can aspire to be known of something is to capture men in her Venus flytrap of a vagina, thus extracting the value of these men through whatever these men are known for, actually being talented. And then she either writes books about them or then goes on different shows to talk about the men that have entered inside of her. Think about how crazy that is. That's the only reason that we know about her. Either that, or essentially changing the trajectory of the notion that black women don't like to give head. You guys ever know that? After the Mr. Marcus shit way back up into the day, that whole perception changed. What she's also known for is influencing hundreds of thousands of black women to try out the double-fisted, twisty guac guac 9000. Those are incredible things to be known for throughout your life.
Sensational.
And deep down, and this is what I go to, the psychology of this, she hates herself for it. And I know that she hates herself for it because she tried to change her name, number one. So she's trying to escape her past. And then number two, She has the confidence to get on these platforms to project a degree of genius that we all know that she does not have. Genius? Ma'am, you are a D student trying to act like you are magna cum laude at a top tier university. Please stop it. I guarantee you, if she had any other way to be recognized for something or to make money in any other way besides being a 2X single mom who's known for being the industry pass around, then she absolutely would. But she has to deal with the cope of knowing that this is the only way that she can make her chips. By the way, she said something in the beginning about, she wants people to hate her. Ma'am, nobody hates you. We just utilize you as a fixture, not only to continue to demonstrate to women how not to be within their lives, but then also to men for the type of woman that they should never take seriously. We just utilize you as a fixture, right? Nothing more, nothing less. You are essentially a heel in the WWE. We give you terms such as feminist world boss because it's funny, but nobody hates you, ma'am. We just think that you're a sad clown. And I think that in this OnlyFans culture as it exists today, to know that all of these women are going out sad, not thinking that their past is going to be a reflection of some consequence in the future, need to study you. Although you project this confidence and you talk about your oration skill set as if you're a damn genius, the fact of the matter is that you will only ever be known for your sexual prowess, for your sexual talents, nothing more and nothing less.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans.
And watching you cope and try to convince not only yourself, but also these women that you're something that you're not is just quite sad. Imagine creating a piece of content so disgusting that you're so ashamed of that not only can you not look at that content, as you admitted on a Piers Morgan interview, but then also you change your identity for it. You change your name for it. But again, this is what it looks like when money is your God, when you let your lust for greed control you. She will do anything in her power to continue on earning that money. And by the way, as well, let me also address this. You don't think that we don't know, where we don't see what it is that you're trying to do when you go up on these podcasts and you act crazy, that you're trying to get a viral clip off of the specific moment. Do you really think that you're a genius for saying, I don't know, during the Diddy interview? It's referred to as clout chasing, and the terminology is as old as when the internet began to exist. This is something that's not new. This has been happening. And as long as you continue to do it, no, we won't hate you for it. We'll just continue on laughing at you for it. Absolutely pathetic work to see how the human brain tries to silence the reality of the pathetic nature of your life. Nevertheless, let's listen to a little bit more. Let's see if they got more for us.
You got me.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you hypnotize the audience.
And now I'm hypnotized.
It's true. And I was like in junior college, just my first freshman year, and I did psychology, and I started to learn the development of media and the development of marketing and advertising. And when the TV hit the market and radio hit the market, that there was also a deep study of the psychological brain and the subconscious. It stopped, like literally, I in the car, I turned down commercials. Like if the radio's on, I never listen to programming. I'm so aware. Even like when Luna was a baby, I started to notice if we would like drive by Jumba Juice, she'd be like juice. And like how her brain was associating the logos at such a young age. I was like, oh, this shit is for real. And like how like the mermaid of like even things that we don't even remember in our this lifetime, there are things and symbolisms and colors and shapes that trigger, knowledge of past lives and like our subconscious on a deep, deep level. So don't fuck around. That shit is real and true.
And I spent many years working as a senior copywriter in corporate marketing, so I am well versed in obviously marketing and anything copywriting, anything words is like my vibe.
Yeah, and there's an emotional aspect to that as well, where you know how to like hook in that customer early and then keep them there. Keep them coming.
I guess that's it. Anyway, it is a requirement for us to continue on talking about these influential girl boss leaders Because from the nape of Superhead has formed the Brittany Renners. Brittany Renner has taken pages from Superhead's book of messing with athletes, entertainers, and then writing a book about said activity. And you can see how not only it materializes in her life, but it also materializes in Brittany Renner's life as well. A single mom passed around from man to man, converted religions for a short period of time to get onto a man's programming, and now he wants nothing to do with her. I mean, it's really sad, sick, and pathetic shit, but if you do not have a mouthpiece towards this villainous heels type shit, then a lot more people, a lot more women are going to get convinced of the bullshit and just say, you know what? She looks happy. She's a genius. She must know what she's doing. Meanwhile, not understanding that she's not happy whatsoever, has the soul of a demon witch woman, no morals, no integrity, more than willing to sell the insides of their bodies, whether it be on film in her case, or also in written form in her case as well. Women in their 40s and 50s projecting like they're geniuses, and all they're doing is projecting unaccountability. The play is so obvious. We can spot the manipulation from a mile away, and we're just laughing at it. All right, guys, drop me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. I told you I was going to have some fun within this content. I appreciate you guys rocking with me for today because I had so much fun dispelling the dysfunction. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!
She belongs to the street. Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.